Ah, the porcupine. A creature of remarkable design. A walking, waddling testament to nature's ingenuity. These are not just any rodents you see. They are, in fact, the third largest members of this vast and varied order. Imagine that. Only the capybara and the beaver outsize these spiky marvels. They are found across the globe, a truly successful group. Their very presence speaks of resilience, of a unique way of navigating the wild world. They are quite simply extraordinary. And they carry their defenses with them, a bristling coat that commands respect from all who encounter them. Their name, porcupine, is wonderfully descriptive. It comes from the old French words porc espin. This translates rather charmingly to quill pig or thorny pig, and while they are certainly not pigs, the thorny part is spot on. There are over 24 species, some say up to 58. These are broadly divided into two main families. We have the Old World porcupines, the Hystricidae. These chaps inhabit Africa, Asia, and parts of Europe. Then, across the vast oceans in the Americas, we find the New World porcupines, the Erythizontidae. Each group has adapted splendidly to its own corner of our planet. Despite their rather formidable appearance, porcupines are generally quite gentle souls. They are not aggressive by nature. Let us delve deeper into the world of these spiky wonders. Now let's talk about those famous quills. What an extraordinary adaptation. These are not just ordinary hairs, oh no. They are highly modified, stiff, hollow structures. Each porcupine can boast around 30,000 of these formidable spines. 30,000! Imagine the sheer density of that defensive coat. These quills cover most of their body from head to tail, though the face and underbelly are softer. They serve one primary purpose: protection. And they do it exceptionally well. It's a visual deterrent, a physical barrier, and a painful lesson for any would-be predator. There's a common misconception, a myth really, that porcupines can shoot their quills like arrows. This is simply not true. They don't have a muscular mechanism to launch them. Instead, the quills are very loosely attached to their skin. When a porcupine feels threatened, it will often raise its quills. This makes it look much larger and more intimidating. If a predator makes contact, the quills detach with remarkable ease. They embed themselves in the unfortunate aggressor's skin. The consequences for a predator can be very serious indeed. Let us consider the porcupine's overall form. They typically possess robust, somewhat chunky bodies. Their heads are relatively small in comparison, often adorned with small eyes and ears. This build is well suited to their lifestyle. They are not built for speed, but for steady, deliberate movement. Their short, strong legs carry them effectively through their chosen habitats. The overall impression is one of solidity, a creature that is well grounded, both literally and figuratively. Their silhouette is unmistakable, especially when those quills are raised in alarm, transforming them into a spiky sphere of defiance. When it comes to size, there's quite a bit of variation across the many species. Generally, porcupines can range from about 25 to 40 inches in length, and that includes their tail. Their weight can also vary significantly, from a mere 2 pounds for the smaller species, up to a hefty 66 pounds for the largest. Interestingly, males and females are often roughly the same size. Their coats are not just about quills. They also feature a fascinating array of colors. Body color can range from yellowish hues to various shades of brown, grayish-brown, dark brown, and even black. These base colors are often interspersed with patterns of black, orange, yellow, and white, particularly in the quills themselves. This creates a striking, sometimes almost camouflaged appearance. And yes, albino porcupines do exist, though they are rare. Despite their spiky exterior, the porcupine's personality is generally one of quiet gentleness. They are primarily solitary creatures, preferring their own company for much of the year. You won't often find them engaging in boisterous social activities. Instead, they lead a rather reserved existence, focused on the important tasks of finding food and avoiding trouble. This solitary nature means that each individual must be self-reliant, equipped with all the necessary skills and defenses to survive the challenges of the wild. They are the strong, silent types of the rodent world, if you will. Much of a porcupine's life unfolds under the cover of darkness. They are predominantly nocturnal animals. During the daylight hours, they prefer to rest. They might find a cozy den in a rocky crevice, a hollow log, or amongst dense tree roots. As dusk settles, they emerge to begin their nightly explorations. This nocturnal habit offers several advantages. It helps them avoid many diurnal predators. It also allows them to forage in cooler temperatures, especially in warmer climates. Their senses, particularly hearing and smell, are well attuned to navigating and finding food in low-light conditions. Section 5. From forests to deserts, where porcupines call home. One of the most remarkable things about porcupines is their sheer adaptability. These creatures are not confined to one specific type of environment. Oh no, they can be found thriving in an astonishing variety of terrains, from arid deserts to lush, dense forests, from open grasslands to rugged mountain slopes. Even in steamy rainforests, you might encounter these spiky inhabitants. This versatility is a key to their widespread success across different continents. It demonstrates their ability to find food and shelter in diverse ecological niches, a true mark of a resilient species. There are, however, some general preferences that distinguish the Old World and New World varieties. The New World porcupines, those found in the Americas, are often quite at home in the trees. They are skilled climbers, using their strong claws and, for some, prehensile tails to explore the canopy in search of tender leaves and buds. They also don't mind a bit of water. In contrast, their Old World counterparts from Africa, Asia, and Europe tend to be more terrestrial. They generally prefer to stay on solid ground, foraging among the undergrowth and digging for roots. When it comes to finding a place to rest or raise their young, porcupines are not overly fussy. Their dens can be found in a multitude of locations. Section 6, the Herbivore's Handbook, or as we're calling it, What's on a Porcupine's Menu. You see, porcupines are staunch herbivores. Their diet consists entirely of plant matter. No insects, no meat, just the green goodness of the earth. They consume a surprising amount of food for their size, typically around 9/10 of a pound or nearly half a kilogram each day. So what exactly do they eat? Well, their menu is quite varied. It includes roots, which they dig for with their strong claws. They munch on leaves, berries, and a wide array of other plants. Twigs and tender foliage are also popular choices. They are, in essence, nature's discerning vegetarians, always on the lookout for their next leafy meal. Their dietary preferences often change with the seasons, reflecting the availability of different food sources. During the lean winter months, particularly in colder climates, porcupines rely heavily on tree bark. They will gnaw away at the outer and inner bark of various trees. This diet is not particularly nutritious, and they can lose a significant amount of body weight, sometimes up to 17%, due to its low nitrogen content. Come spring, however, they eagerly switch to protein-rich new leaf blades. This helps them regain lost condition and prepare for the active summer months ahead. Summer brings an abundance of lush foliage. Porcupines feast on these potassium-rich plants. However, this can lead to an interesting physiological challenge: sodium depletion. Now let's dive into Section 7, Chompers and Chewers. A look at porcupine teeth. The teeth of a porcupine are truly remarkable tools, perfectly adapted for their herbivorous lifestyle. Most prominent are their large front teeth, the incisors. There are 4 of these, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. These incisors are a distinctive orange or reddish-orange color. This isn't due to poor dental hygiene, mind you. The color comes from iron compounds embedded in the enamel, which adds significant strength and durability. Crucially, these incisors grow continuously throughout the porcupine's life. This necessitates constant gnawing on hard materials like bark and wood to keep them worn down to a manageable length. Unlike many mammals, porcupines lack canine teeth. There's simply no need for them in their vegetarian diet. Behind the incisors, after a noticeable gap, are the premolars and molars. These are the grinding teeth. They are relatively flat and have ridged surfaces ideal for mashing and chewing tough plant material. This allows the porcupine to efficiently break down fibrous vegetation, extracting the maximum amount of nutrients. The powerful jaw muscles work in concert with these specialized teeth, making short work of even the toughest bark or roots. In total, an adult porcupine has 20 permanent teeth. Moving on to Section 8, Prickly Romances and Porcupets, Reproduction and Lifespan. Romance in the porcupine world is fascinating. Mating season is in autumn, around October and November. Dominant males compete for females, and females can be assertive too. Males are attracted by scent and unique vocalizations. After mating, the female has a gestation period of about 7 months. Birth usually occurs in spring, with typically 1 offspring. Newborns have soft, pliable quills and are well developed. Finally, we reach Section 9, Prickly Predicaments and Pointy Protectors, Threats, Conservation, and Quirks. Even with their formidable quill defense, porcupines are not without their natural enemies. A range of predators has learned, sometimes the hard way, how to tackle these spiky morsels. Great horned owls are known to prey on them, swooping silently from above. Black bears, bobcats, and coyotes may also try their luck. Smaller but equally determined hunters include martens, long-tailed weasels, ermines, and mink. Eagles, with their powerful talons, can also pose a threat. Perhaps their most effective natural predator, particularly for the North American porcupine, is the fisher, a large member of the weasel family. Fishers are agile and can repeatedly attack the porcupine's vulnerable face, eventually flipping it over to access the unprotected belly. Beyond the threats posed by other animals, human activities unfortunately represent a significant danger to porcupine populations. Deforestation and habitat loss are major concerns. As forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urban development, porcupines lose their homes and food sources. Wildfires, often exacerbated by climate change, can devastate their habitats. Infrastructure development such as roads also poses a threat. Porcupines are relatively slow-moving creatures, and they are often hit by vehicles, especially at night when they are most active. These human-induced pressures add to the challenges they face for survival. When we look at their conservation status, the picture is somewhat mixed, though generally positive. Most porcupine species are currently listed as least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN.